Every flight you take could actually make you richer. That sounds impossible, right? But for the past few years, I've been flying around the world for next to nothing. And the best part? I take every single dollar I would have spent on those flights and turn it into a growing investment portfolio. This isn't a fantasy, it's a system. And today, I'm pulling back the curtain and showing you exactly how you can do it too. Let's be honest. Most of us see travel and investing as two separate, competing goals. You can either spend your money on an amazing vacation, or you can save it to build wealth for the future. But what if you could do both at the same time? That's the core of the strategy we're breaking down today. I call it the two-wallet system. It's a simple but powerful mental shift. Wallet number one is your travel wallet, funded entirely by credit card points. Wallet number two is your wealth wallet, funded by the actual cash you save by using those points. Every time you book a free flight from Wallet 1, you make a mandatory deposit into Wallet 2. This turns the joy of booking a trip into a trigger for building real, long-term wealth. It's not just a travel hack, it's a financial arbitrage strategy that turns your everyday expenses into a wealth-generating machine. Stick around, because I'm giving you the complete step-by-step playbook with the exact cards I use and the real numbers to back it up.
Step 1. The why. Understanding the real cost of your flights. So why is this system so powerful? First, we have to understand just how much money we're leaving on the table. Travel is one of the biggest expenses for most American households. Let's look at the data. In 2024, the average cost for a single domestic round-trip ticket in the US was $384. Thinking of flying internationally? The average economy ticket from the US is a staggering $1,217. Now, let's make that real. Imagine a couple taking just 2 domestic trips and 1 international vacation in a year. That's 2 round-trip tickets at $384 each, twice, plus 2 international tickets at $1,217 each. The total comes out to nearly $4,000. That's $4,000 that vanishes into thin air every single year. That's money that could be in the stock market, compounding and working for you. This system is about capturing that exact amount, that $4,000, and redirecting it from an airline's balance sheet directly into your investment portfolio. That's the opportunity we're going to seize. Step 2. The system. How the two-wallet system works. So how do we capture that cash? This is where the psychology of the two-wallet system comes in, and it's designed to beat a common mental trap. Here's what most people do. They book a $500 flight with points, feel great about saving $500, and then nothing. That $500 just sits in their checking account, mixed in with money for gas and groceries. Within a few weeks, it gets absorbed by everyday spending, and the saving never actually becomes a real investment. The two-wallet system forces a different behavior. The moment I book that $500 flight using points from my travel wallet, my very next action is to open my banking app. I physically transfer $500 cash from my checking account into a completely separate, dedicated investment account, my wealth wallet. This action is non-negotiable. It forges a powerful link in your brain. Booking a vacation directly and immediately leads to a tangible act of wealth building. The excitement of the trip becomes tied to the discipline of investing. It's this simple, repeated action that turns a travel hobby into a systematic financial strategy. Step 3. Choosing your weapon, the right credit cards. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts. To fuel the system, you need the right tools. And I'm not talking about those co-branded airline cards they push on you at the gate. The key is to earn transferable points. These are points from programs like Chase Ultimate Rewards, American Express Membership Rewards, and Capital One Miles. Why? One word: flexibility. Airline loyalty programs devalue their miles all the time, sometimes with no warning. If all your points are tied to one airline and they suddenly double the price of your dream trip, you're out of luck. But with transferable points, you're insulated. If United devalues its miles, you can just transfer your Chase points to another partner like Air Canada or Avianca to book the exact same flight. There are 3 cards that are the gold standard for starting out. Chase Sapphire Preferred, the best all-around starter card with a low annual fee and great travel protections. Amex Gold Card, a powerhouse for foodies earning a massive 4x points on dining and at US supermarkets. Capital One Venture X, a premium card with a simple 2x miles on everything and benefits that can easily pay for its annual fee.
Step 4. How to earn points fast.
The single fastest way is by hitting the sign-up bonus. For example, the Chase Sapphire Preferred often offers 75,000 bonus points after you meet a minimum spending requirement. That bonus alone is worth at least $900 in travel and can be enough for multiple free flights. After the bonus, the strategy is simple. Shift your spending, don't increase it. I put every possible expense on my rewards card. Groceries, cell phone bills, insurance, streaming services, you name it. I'm not buying extra things, I'm just capturing points on the money I was already going to spend. And for the pro-level move, you can multiply your earnings by using online shopping portals. For instance, instead of going directly to a store's website, you can go through the Chase shopping portal first and earn up to 10x points on that same purchase. It's a simple extra click that turbocharges your earning rate. Step 5. Booking the free flight for maximum value. Earning points is half the battle. How you redeem them is where you create massive value. Not all redemptions are created equal. Redeeming for cash back is your worst option. You'll typically only get 1 cent per point, and with some cards, it's even less. Using the credit card's travel portal is a little better. With the Chase Sapphire Preferred, your points are worth 25% more, so you get 1.25 cents per point. It's easy, but you're still leaving money on the table. The absolute best value comes from transferring your points to airline partners. This is how you get 2, 3, or even 10 cents per point. Let's use a real-world example. A flight from New York to Miami might cost $350 in cash. In the travel portal, that could be 28,000 points. But by transferring those points to an airline partner like United or Delta, you can often find that same flight for just 15 or 20,000 miles during a deal. You just got the same flight for way fewer points, and you're about to invest that $350 cash. Step 6. Activating the wealth wallet. Investing the savings. This is the step that separates a travel hacker from a true wealth builder. You just booked that $350 Miami flight with points. Now you immediately transfer $350 from your checking account into your wealth wallet. So where does that money go? For beginners, the easiest and most effective place is a low-cost robo-advisor or an S&P 500 index fund. Platforms like Fidelity Go or SoFi Invest make it incredibly simple to get started with no or very low fees. Why is this so critical? Compounding. The S&P 500 has a historical average annual return of around 9 to 10%. Let's say you use this system to redirect that $4,000 a year we talked about earlier. If you invest that $4,000 every year for 10 years with an 8% return, you'll have over $62,000. That's $62,000 you built just for money you would have otherwise given to the airlines. This is how your travel literally funds your future.
Step 7. The ultimate example, a points-funded world tour. So we've covered the theory. Now let's see what this looks like at the highest level. Can this system really fund a trip around the world? Absolutely. Here's a real bookable itinerary and business class, a trip that would cost over $17,000 in cash. 1. USA to Japan. We'll fly from New York, JFK, to Tokyo in ANA's incredible business class. The cash price is often over $8,000, but we can transfer just 60,000 points to Virgin Atlantic and book it as a partner award. 2. Japan to Southeast Asia.
Next, we fly from Tokyo to Singapore on the world-renowned Singapore Airlines. We'll transfer 45,000 points to Air Canada Aeroplan to book this leg. 3. Southeast Asia to Europe. Now for the long haul to Europe. We'll fly from Singapore to Zurich on Swiss business class. To avoid massive fuel surcharges, we'll use a sweet spot with Avianca Life Miles, transferring 63,000 points for this flight. 4. Europe to USA. Finally, we fly home from Zurich back to New York. We can again use a partner program like Avianca Life Miles for around 60,000 miles. The grand total? Roughly 228,000 points for a trip with a retail value of over $17,000. And the most important part? That $17,000 in cash goes straight into the wealth wallet, ready to be invested. Step 8. The pro-level playbook. Once you master the basics, a whole new level of value opens up. Here are 2 quick pro-level concepts to explore next. First, sweet spots. These are specific routes where an airline's award chart offers unusually high value. For example, you can transfer points to Iberia, a partner of British Airways, and book off-peak business class flights from the US East Coast to Madrid for as little as 34,000 points each way. That's an international lie-flat seat for the price of a domestic economy ticket. Another classic is using British Airways Avios for short, direct domestic flights on partners like American Airlines and Alaska Airlines, which can be a steal compared to cash prices. Second, hotel partners. Don't forget about hotels. Transferring Chase points to World of Hyatt is widely considered one of the best deals in the travel world. You can book rooms at 5-star properties like the Park Hyatt Paris Vendôme, where rooms can cost over $1,500 a night for just 45,000 points. This again saves you cash that can be rerouted directly into your investment flywheel. Step 9. Your 4-step action plan. Feeling inspired? Good. Information is useless without action. Here is your 4-step plan to get started today. Define your goal. Don't just collect points aimlessly. Pick one specific trip you want to take in the next 12 to 18 months. Having a clear goal will keep you motivated. Is it a weekend in Chicago? A week in Hawaii? Write it down. Choose your tool. If you have a good credit score, generally a FICO score of 690 or higher, research and consider applying for a top-tier travel card like the Chase Sapphire Preferred. Read the terms, understand the fee, and make sure it's right for you. Automate your spending. Once you have the card, make it your default payment method for its bonus categories: dining, online groceries, travel. Set up autopay to pay the statement balance in full every single month. This is non-negotiable. Open your investment account. Don't wait until you've booked your first award flight. Go to a reputable, low-cost brokerage like Vanguard, Fidelity, or Charles Schwab and open a Roth IRA or a standard brokerage account. Get it set up and ready so when you save that first $400 on a flight, you can transfer it with a single click. So there you have it. This isn't about getting a simple discount. It's about fundamentally changing the relationship between your spending and your wealth. It's a powerful, repeatable system. This is how travel stops being just an expense and starts becoming an engine for your financial freedom. It takes a little organization, but the payoff, seeing the world while your net worth grows, is absolutely worth it. So what do you think? I want to hear from you. What is the first trip you would take using this system? Let me know in the comments. And if you got value from this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more strategies to help you master your money. Thanks for watching.